Webster, Las Vegas Review-Journal. Bruce, this morning we kind of talked about Vancouver and how well they've been playing defensively as of late. What worked well tonight to get 4 in the first?
Transition, execution, breakout. I mean, the first goal is a good stretch pass, good awareness. Pav wins a battle. We hang around the front of the net. I think the next one was Marcia. So again, good breakout. It was after that where Jack on the rush too. It was a good breakout. So I thought we got through there clean, good speed. So that means you're supporting the puck well, because it's not easy to do against this team. They're one of the best teams against the rush. So credit to the guys. Power play looked better, executed better, got us some timely goals there. I don't know if timely is the right word, but got us goals to extend the lead. So that was a lot going on, a lot of good. And it we didn't execute as well as the game went on. Obviously, that's a credit to them. They have good sticks, good team, but we still made some plays, got through there, had scored some more goals, and like Howie's, again, another well-executed play, and Carly shorthanded with Jack. So it just seemed like we were able to beat their pressure from their D and get going and separate. And defensively, I thought we were pretty good for the most part. Hughes had a couple of shots that had eyes. The first one's kind of puck, like a jumping bean around, jumping around there. And but I didn't think we gave up a lot of what we got, so to speak. So it wasn't like a trade chances game, which is positive too.
Jesse, Chris, Allen.
Hi, Bruce. Jesse Granger with The Athletic. The team is kind of finding its game late in the season, similar to last year, it feels like, and we've talked about the similarities on the ice. Have you noticed anything off the ice, just in terms of the team dynamic, the demeanor in the room, that maybe feels like last year?
Well, there's lots of energy. I mean, we take a day off. We come to practice yesterday, and this time of year practice is, like guys want to, but they put their work in. They did a good job, and lots of, as I said, energy, and guys are into it. And I think this group is tight no matter what. I think they always would be. Obviously, winning helps that, but today there was good juice this morning. So I just think the team's in a good place. Some guys that were injured or healthy, and they're feeling it again, right? It doesn't happen automatic. So you got some of that. They're feeling good about their game. Logan's feeling good about his game. And when your goaltender's on, it makes everyone else better. So there's a lot of that going on. I think there's some excitement with Hertl being back on the ice, right? Like, he's a guy, we traded for, but he hasn't really been with the team, but now he's into practice. So there's some things like that, I think. And I just think the guys know what's around the corner if we take care of business, right? And I think that's what we've been working towards all year. There's no secrets there. And now we can start to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I think they understand, they're a veteran group, a professional group, how we have to play. We expect to get where we want to go. So there's a little bit of that going on too.
Chris, then Alan.
Hey, Bruce. Chris Chapman, Fox Sports Las Vegas. I guess maybe trap game isn't the right word to use, but with this one home game sandwiched in between 2 long road trips, how important was it to come out and get a good start, and how happy are you with the way that the team played?
Well, I love the way we played. Love the way we started and battled the whole night, and full value, I felt. Going to watch it again tomorrow and probably back that up. I'll see a lot of good stuff. So this one was a little bit fortunate on this road trip. Last year it seemed we'd come off the road from east or whatever, get back basically in the middle of the night. Even though we gained time, you're coming from the east, so it felt like it. And then you have a day off and you're playing the next day. So this trip, we come back Saturday. It's an afternoon game in Mini. So we have Sunday off. It's Easter Sunday. Guys get their family time. They come to work tomorrow, and then we play. So we had that extra day in between. I think that matters a lot. Your body adjusts. Your mental state adjusts that, hey, I've had my day off, reconnected with, whoever's here, and then I get back to work. It seemed like last year we came home in a lot of those, and that's when we laid eggs last year, if you remember. A lot of those games were just not ourselves coming back, and some of those home games. So that was the schedule favored us there for this one. Now, again, we go away for a while, but I think our guys know, as I said earlier, Jesse's question, they know what's around the corner. So the trips don't feel as long this time of year.
Hi, Bruce. Alan Snell with LVSportsBiz.com. 2 quick questions. One, could you talk about the impact that Hannafin has had in being kind of a catalyst in this kind of recent spurt? And also, to what extent not having Demko in goal for Vancouver played in the outcome for tonight?
We played a lot of years last year without goalies, this year without our guys. So I can't answer that question. He's a great goaltender. DeSmith has good numbers, so I'm sure they would feel that they miss him, Demko. But that's the league. You got to win with whoever's in there. Hanifin impacts the game in all areas. Mostly in his ability to close on people in the neutral zone. So entry denials are fantastic. Breakouts, I feel he can separate and is willing to separate. So becomes a one pass instead of bumps and et cetera. And so it just becomes quicker, more direct. And then D-zone coverage, I feel like he wants to close all over the ice. Like sometimes he's running right by Hager to close. So, and Hager's a long guy that likes to close. So they're fighting over who's going to close, which I'd rather that than them each looking at each other, right? So, and I think they've just fed well off each other. They're long. They're both, Hager's a terrific skater for his size. Sometimes the bigger guys don't always look like that, but he's not a guy that's vulnerable to speed. So they really can play against anybody. Obviously, the power play tonight shot the puck, hits the net. But I'd say more of the other areas, the most has been his biggest impact on the 5-on-5 play. And I know he kills too, but I think our guys back there have always done a good job with the kill. He helps, but those other areas, 5-on-5, and it shows in the goals against. I don't know how many he's been out for, but it can't be very many.
Last two, Danny, then Dom.
Danny Webster, Las Vegas Review-Journal. You've talked a lot over the last few weeks about whenever the group gives up a goal, it's important to just kind of move on from it and work toward the next one. Two of their goals tonight. First one, Jack scores 20 seconds later. Brett scored after. They made it 5-3. Just how important was it to get those responses as quickly as they did?
It takes the wind out of their sails a little bit. It creates a lot less anxiety for us if they keep coming and pushing. And that's what happened earlier this year. I think it happened a lot where one bled into two, and then all of a sudden now people are squeezing their stick, or they're frustrated, or they're mad at whatever. You know what I mean? They're taken out of the game a little bit. And so when you score a goal, you sort of get your mojo back right away. So I'm sure they'll look at this game, and when they talk about, they'll probably say, if we could have not allowed those goals, we would have given ourselves a better chance to get back into it. So it works both ways. But good for us for responding. And they weren't cheap goals. They were good goals and good plays, and we got back to it. So you have to have that mindset. Especially with what's coming up. You can't be dwelling on what didn't go right, especially in game. You got to move on, and we did a good job with that.
Last one in the back, Dom.
Hey, Bruce. Don McLeod, Las Vegas Review-Journal. Brief two-parter for you. As a coach, what did you see that Vancouver was giving up on the rush defense? You touched on how good of a rush team that they are playing defense. And also, what did you see from the Eichel, Marchessault, and Barbashev line that allowed them to create on the rush tonight?
Well, they're good at it, first of all. So what I saw was a clean exits from our end, right? So now you got speed, and you got people that are linear coming through the neutral zone. So they're together. Support's good. What we did well, what Vancouver will do is their D, if they can't stay up right away, they'll sort of back in and allow their forwards to push the puck from behind, and then they'll protect the middle of the ice. But the Marchessault goal is a great example. Theo coming from the back end, beating their guys up ice, and goes right through the middle. So he occupies both Ds. So Marshy allows him to get inside the dots. Now he's into the scoring area in the slot where it's much more dangerous. Theo's speed beats their speed up the ice, so their forward couldn't push him outside. I think with Jack's goal, it's some wide speed where they maybe over back-checked a little and they forgot about Jack in the slot. So good on us to stay at the front of the net. And I'd say even the first goal on Mantha to go there. Pav wins the battle, but we still go through the middle of the ice and stop in front. So those are the things I thought we did well that Vancouver typically is not giving up a lot of that. So credit to our guys to do it against a team that defends it well.